Hey. I'm not even ready. How's everybody doing tonight? I haven't done one of these for a while. This is a call-in show. Where's the phone number at? You can call in. You find it here. It's been a while since I've done this. It's up here somewhere. That phone number right there. You can call in and you can ask, talk, give us your information about whatever it is you want to give us your information about, questions about the villages, questions about me, what we do, how we do, or anything like that. Oh, and for you ladies out there, there's Sue. You got to hit the on-air button. The on-air button. On the box, the white box to your right of the computer, it says on air. The white box. Oh, my Lord. Hold on. Wrestler, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
What to do? She's not listening. You hit the on air button? No, she did.
No. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear us? Hello, Sue. Hi, Skip. Can you hear me? Okay. No, it's not WNL again. It's just a regular old call-in show. Oh, Jerry Bell. Yes. Thank you, Jerry. All right. So welcome to the call-in show. And just for those of you who are new to this is starting out exactly the way it always does. So this is fun. And also I am in the background. He doesn't know it, but I can mess with him. Like, this is his email. But don't call in yet because he's the only one who can answer the phone and actually put it through the system. I don't have that access. Uh-oh. He's going to be grumpy.
That might be something he did.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. He's offline trying to get things ready for Sue. So, we hear him.
10-4. Can you hear me? Wrestler, can you hear me?
Yes.
No, we can't hear you at all.
Yeah, I can. Here. Now, who is that?
Sue on it will sound better.
He got quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
We can hear you.
Put that on. Talk to him. While I get your video back up here.
Uh-oh. Let me
How
see.
is this rated? Because I didn't think we were supposed to hear heavy breathing.
It's like that.
Okay, I tell you what. While he's doing that,
Okay.
can I bring him down?
No, I can hear you now.
You can hear me? Okay.
Good.
Can I see you? There.
Yeah.
Now the important person's here.
Woohoo! Hi, Sue.
Not long. Hi, guys. This is just like this is insane every time.
Yeah. And Jerry Bell, you're right. It was going to be trucker. You should have saw him at the beginning. I could see him down at the bottom. He was trucker talking like you would not believe.
Yeah, thank God it wasn't live. Yes.
Sue,
Yeah.
your microphone's not on.
The microphone's not on. You
Oh,
can't.
there we go. You
No,
just have to
it's
move it
just-
closer.
yeah.
That's good.
Okay, I just had to move it closer, dear. But the light's not on anymore.
Ah. Well, you have that angelic glow in
Turn the
it.
light on.
But your microphone ain't on.
Yeah, he can hear me. You can hear me now,
You
can't you?
can hear, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't have it close enough to my mouth.
no, it ain't on.
Okay.
If it's not on, then how can we hear her?
Where do I go here? Where do I set?
Because they can hear me. So.
Settings, audio.
Okay. Well, this is normal.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you too.
They
Go
can hear
back
you.
to your room.
Yeah. Go to your room, Skip.
Yeah, go to your room, Skip.
I always want to make sure that they're hearing you because when I was in there, it sounded like it was 50 miles away from me.
Well, like I said, I had to move the microphone because I was 50 miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
two
exactly
hands
what it
up.
was.
Yeah.
Like I have the two microphones here, but they're spread apart.
Yeah. Well, and I've got it plugged up here, but I can still hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Off to a roaring start. So how are
Yeah.
y'all?
There you go. Phil says that he can hear you. Laura can hear you.
Okay.
Bill can hear you.
Okay, now mute Skip real quick.
Oh, well, let's see. Where's he at? There he is.
He'll never know.
Nope. He won't
Make
figure
sure
it out.
we can hear him. I wasn't hearing him.
I know. I just muted him.
Oh.
There we go.
Don't make him crazy.
Short drive.
What a start. This is the part of this live stuff in here that I don't miss. I worked on this 2 hours before the show, checked hers out, checked mine out, just like before. Everything's working perfectly fine until we start, and then all of a sudden her mic don't work, this don't work, that ain't coming on. Hold on.
Somebody's calling.
Hold on. Hello?
Well, I'm trying to reach Skip.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Can you guys hear him?
Yeah.
No, we can't hear him.
We can hear you.
Can you hear Sue?
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Okay, because I'm trying it with Bluetooth. I'm not plugged in. That's the reason why I ask.
Oh,
Okay. How you doing, buddy?
Fine.
What can we do for you?
I'm a previous village resident of Hammock at Penny and Swallowtail
Huh?
on Swallowtail Street, and we're looking to come down in the next couple of days and buy in Denby. And I just did a visual search of that area and found out that I'm less than 1,000 feet from the Leesburg water treatment plant. Off, I guess they officially call it the Florida Turnpike water treatment plant. I'm wondering if that's a concern for the lot we're looking at.
Well, I can't speak for you or anything, but I can tell you it would be a concern for me to be 1,000 feet from somebody getting their poop cleaned out.
Well, it's not only that, they said they're going to do 6 million gallons a day. So this property is about 35 feet from 470. And the treatment plant is called the Leesburg Water Treatment Plant, and it's about 1,000 feet south of 470.
You know where that's at, Sue?
I do. And 470 is not a busy thoroughfare yet, but it's going to be. So,
Well,
that's something you need to take into consideration.
I understand that, and I don't believe they would have built all these new properties in the south. I think most of that was contingent upon the construction of that water treatment plant in Leesburg, and it's definitely going to be a consideration. We're concerned more about smells and stuff.
Yeah, they got another one up there about halfway between here and kind of Lake Sumter. It's a treatment plant of some kind. And I can tell you once or twice a year, they clean that out. And when they clean it out, the smell is a problem.
Especially in the summertime when it's hot. That's when it's the worst. Now, if it's the same kind of thing, I don't know. But that's what they call it, it's a water treatment plant.
Yeah, this particular one is called the Florida Turnpike Water Treatment Plant.
Yeah, but like I said, the water treatment plant in itself, like I said, they normally have those kind of smells when they clean it out. I think it's next to, is it Liberty Park? It's on the other side of the road from Liberty Park, I believe. And yeah, I've been up there in certain times of the year when the smell is very, very strong in that whole neighborhood.
Let me make sure we know what we're talking about. We're not talking about a wastewater treatment plant. Or are we talking?
I'm sorry, we absolutely are.
Okay. I just thought possibly it was just a water treatment plant, something to filter water.
Oh, Ramai says that it was sneaky today.
Mm.
Okay.
I'd be
Yeah.
concerned about it, but that's just me. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm sure they're probably going to offer you a deal on that house because of that wastewater plant. And so, a couple of days a year, will that be a problem? I don't know. I mean, that's up to you. I can tell you me, for especially on retired life, wanting to live the rest of my life in peace and quiet. I wouldn't buy around it. That's just me.
Or you could just put a couple big fans on top of your house and blow it,
Yeah.
skip.
Yeah.
But I have not in discussion boards or on videos about the villages. I haven't myself heard any issues in that area, but
That doesn't mean there aren't.
but it doesn't mean there aren't. And
They're
Ramai,
just now selling them. So there's not a whole lot of
Okay.
people there yet.
that would answer that question. But yeah, Ramai says that it was stinky today, so I have to go by what they said. It said it smelled on my way to Lake Miona Rec Center. There we go.
Okay.
So
Oh, now
thank you,
he's
Ramai.
talking about the one in Liberty Park.
Well, that pretty much could answer the question then, that you will have to contend with smells from time to time.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially
If
when they
that's
clean
a
it
deal
out.
breaker,
It's a deal breaker for me. I mean, that's all I can say.
Yeah, Sue has to put up with Skip most of the time. So can
Yeah.
you imagine,
You watching it?
Yeah, the heck with putting up with smells. She got to put up with my mouth.
Real on in line.
Yeah.
all right. What do you, and any other questions?
Yeah, I appreciate your input, and I realize that a vast majority of the villages are in Sumter Township. We sold in Sumter Township, and now we're coming to I'm sorry, I didn't mean Sumter Township. I meant Sumter County. We're coming to Leesburg, and we noticed there's quite an increase in taxes in Lake County versus Sumter. I wonder if you could reflect upon that.
I don't know exactly what the rates are in every county because they change them from year to year. I think Ira's done video exactly on what the rates are, and they seem to go up and down from time to time. Sumter's went up 25%, and then in the last 2 years they came down to something else. I can't keep track of it, but I do know that the three counties we're in, Lake, Marion, and Sumter, the tax rate in each county is different, and it's something that somebody should take in consideration.
And the taxes itself, if you're in like Pine Ridge and LaBelle, they're in the Lake County area. They're villages, but they're in Lake County area. So you're going to pay like a 1% more tax for that Leesburg tax than what you would if you were in Sumter County. Because you're not only in Lake County, you're in Leesburg. So there's two taxes there. So it's a little bit higher. I don't know if it's like I said, I think it's like 1% or something like that. So not undoable, but you just got to know that it's going to be a little bit higher than what you would be if you were somewhere else.
And do you mind if I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Now, you do not have to answer this, but for people who watch this on the replay and people in the chat, there's on average people move 3 times in their lifetime in the villages. And from what I understand, you moved. Do you mind telling us why you moved?
You might not want to hear the main reason, but it had more to do with lawn care than anything.
Okay, very good. All right, well,
No,
thank you.
No, we were very happy with where we lived, and but we were looking for a different property closer to 429 because we spent a lot of time at New Smyrna Beach.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I know Hammock at Finney's a nice place. That's why I kind of wondered myself.
Well, it's a very nice place, but
Yes.
on a round trip, it cuts about 30 miles out of your trip to Daytona or New Smyrna Beach.
Oh, well, that's a big amount.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Hey, let me ask you a question about the area you're talking about buying into. Have you checked out the bond rates over there?
It's extremely high.
That's what I'm hearing. I see on the chat here, everybody says the bonds are nuts.
Well, not only that, but I don't know that the bond is that much higher, but the percentage rate is about 3% higher than what we're paying in Hammock Penny.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
that's getting a little pricey.
It certainly is.
And I'm wondering what the bottom line would be as far as if they keep raising these bonds, to keep the housing prices keep going up. I wonder where the stop thing is, if you can't afford one, then you can afford the other. If you want a new house, you got no choice but to go down there.
It's kind of like interest rates. I think that's what everybody's wondering. Where does the bond price stop? Where does the interest rate stop? How high can I go and pay for a house and still be okay? How high can the interest rate go? I don't know. I got no answer to any of that questions. I can tell you if it was me and I was retiring today, I'd probably still be in Indianapolis making snowballs saying, I'm just going to wait this out.
But he's got me, so he's not.
There you go. Not everybody's as poor as I am. So there you go.
Yeah.
So is there anything else we can help you with?
We're from Ann Arbor, Michigan. We had 5 inches. We had 5 inches of snow yesterday, and most of it melted today. And the villages looks awful good to us right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the wintertime, Florida starts to look really good, in spite of all of our problems with insurance problems, which you've heard about, hurricane problems, which they do hit, the state being totally overpopulated and the roads being, jammed up with cars, which you've heard that too. And you've heard all the stuff, but it's just amazing that when winter comes around, we look pretty good.
Absolutely true. And I don't care what they say about North Carolina or South Carolina or Georgia. It's not Florida.
That's right.
Wrestler Mania was actually considering possibly, was it North or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. He's looking.
Yeah. It's a beautiful area. I mean, one time I did too, but it's a beautiful area, but they get some pretty cold weather too.
Yes.
Your wife don't know?
No, she does. She had no idea. Thanks a lot, Skip.
I seen that look. I recognize that look. I get them a lot.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for calling.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I have one more question for Skip. I was raised very close to South Bend, Indiana.
Yes, sir.
I was raised very close to South Bend, Indiana.
Okay.
And I've followed your show for some time. I graduated in 1972. I'm wondering if we graduated in the same year.
I graduated in 70.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm a little older than you. Matters of fact, one of the people that's on the chat right now, Jerry Bell, sent me a copy of my yearbook. I don't know where he found it. And
Ron Ross had it.
I don't know. I think I spent probably an hour and a half last night going through every picture and every page going, I remember them. I remember them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a sick person. I'm looking at all my teachers going, I wonder if he's still alive. I wonder if he's still alive.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, ain't it?
I've got my picture. And I said, do you remember
the same thing?
You can't help it. When you get to a certain age, you just look at some of the people you graduated high school with. I know some of them are gone. I mean, I know who they are, but I don't know all of them. And I look at it and I just look, I wonder if that guy's still alive. I wonder if he's still alive. I remember that guy. He ended up marrying my first girlfriend, Rhonda Harvey. Craig's picture was in there, and I look at him, and I remember what Rhonda looked like. She didn't graduate with me. I look at him, and I go, "What the hell did she see in him?"
I get asked that a lot.
Out there, I'm cooking. You can't say anything.
Oh, yeah. Ron Ross says he's got the real yearbook. Jerry probably got it online. But yeah, Ron was the first one that sent you that picture.
Oh,
And
not the picture of me in the tie. Graduate. He sent me the whole.
yeah, he said you don't
1970
have that.
I don't know what you call that. The book that's got everybody in it. You go around, you have them sign their
Yearbook.
name. That yearbook.
That's-
Yeah, he sent me the whole yearbook.
Yeah.
So I went to the whole thing last night. By the
Yeah.
way, thanks for that there, Jared. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And thanks, Ron, for even bringing it up. You know, that, like I said, the class picture was something. And it was kind of funny that you were looking at a Steve Smith instead of a Harry Smith.
There is a Steve.
'Cause
There is a Steve Smith. There's a Steve Smith.
Well,
It was either in Pendleton or Knightstown. I don't remember, but there was a Steve Smith somewhere.
Right,
And
I
there's
got
also a
to think
Susan
about
Smith. And the Susan Smith that you'll see in there, she was in my class. Her dad, which is the big hefty guy that you'll see, he was the superintendent of all the schools. That was her dad.
was it
Well,
me?
Ron Ross says that let's see. Oh, he has your grumpy picture.
My grumpy picture.
And also, he's guesstimating that your fifth grade teacher, statistically speaking, would probably be 105.
That's very, yeah. But I do remember my fifth grade teacher, believe it or not. Her name was Mrs. Hale. Hale. And I used to call her Mrs. Hale.
Did we
On
lose him?
purpose, I assume.
Yeah. Well, I think
She
the
was
caller
a
hung
hail
up.
of a good teacher.
Yeah, I think the caller hung up. He got tired of listening to our crap, so he hung up.
Well, it was starting to feedback, and I think he realized that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. Hello, who we got?
Hi, is this Skip?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. My name is Kristen. I'm from Boston originally. but
Boston.
I live.
Boston.
Yeah.
Say Boston.
Well,
Come
Boston.
on. No, say Boston. Say Boston.
Okay, but Boston sounds the same. You want me to say park the car in Harvard Yard?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Park the car.
All right. I'll be good.
Yeah.
How
Anyway,
can we help you today?
I live in Hickory, North Carolina right now, and I am a realtor. And I've had a lot of clients moving from Florida, and they're talking about they always lately have been talking about problems with getting insurance.
Yes.
Have you guys experienced issues with your insurance getting raised or?
Our home insurance this year went up $400 over last year. A lot of people is having that same issue. And I think it's a couple of issues there. It's just not necessarily the insurance company saying we're going to gouge you. COVID has raised the price of homes here to $100,000 average per home. So the value of the home now is more. So the insurance, especially if you're financed, the banks are requiring you to raise your insurance to cover that cost in case we have to rebuild it. And the other problem is, though, is the hurricanes and a lot of insurance companies. We've had a couple big ones this year, and they just got out. And this ain't the first time that's happened around here that I know of. State Farm left the state years ago, and now they're back. So we don't trust them anymore.
And I think there was like five insurance companies that actually left Florida because of hurricane damage. Yeah.
And
Oh wow!
we've had people tell us, and they sent me email after I do a video. They'll send me an email saying that their insurance company has told them we will not renew your insurance unless you put on a new roof or replace the shingles or whatever it is they're talking about. And I don't know how they get by with that, but that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was another YouTuber that actually Skip knows, and I'm not going to say which one, but he was on Skip's show in the past. And he was talking about political. Now, political not meaning Democrat, Republican, political as in legislation. That there was legislation in other states that somehow brought the cost down and also kept the scams from happening. And Florida has not done that yet. Well, they've done little things, but not the big stuff yet.
Yeah.
So that is, at least according to the other YouTubers, that's part of the problem too. I'm not really into that, so I can't say yes or no, but that's what I've been hearing.
They passed a lot of legislation, but nothing that would help the homeowner.
Right. Yes.
It actually helped the insurance company more than anything. So that, all the bills that they passed, like that's, they said that's what it's doing. It's helping the insurance companies. It's not helping the homeowner at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing
Too
too.
bad.
But yeah, the insurance homeowners insurance down here is going through some kind of a, I don't even know what you want to call it, catch up or something. There's a hiccup. Now I do know that the governor has passed laws about insurance companies, and what that exactly is, I don't know. What it restricts them from doing or not being able to do, I don't know. And when they take effect, I'll play stupid on that too. I don't even know, but I do know that he has
Do you know anything?
some kind of legislation about it. I should run for governor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Skip
God,
the
no.
governor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a mistake.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
How many
And
you being a realtor, how many people from Florida especially has called you about maybe moving here to there?
Well, let's see. I've had 2 clients in the last 6 months.
Okay.
Actually buy houses from me and move here.
Okay.
They're called halfbacks. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yes.
Yeah, halfbacks because they move from north down to Florida and then they move halfway back, so they call them halfbacks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never heard
But
that. See, you know more about this stuff than I do. I never heard that.
Yeah. They're moving. Yeah. If they move from the north and then down to Florida, and then sometimes Florida is too hot, so then they'll move halfway back to New York. So they're called halfbacks.
Huh.
Yeah.
I learned something new every day.
Well, I know that, a lot of the people that are moving out of Florida, it's not just the insurance, it's the prices, period. Housing prices has went crazy. And I said, it seems like everybody's retiring wanting to come here. So, they're getting their prices out of it. And so that's, a lot of people on a fixed income can't do that.
Yeah, there's
Right.
the last statistic I saw, it was like 2 months ago. So it could have changed a little bit, but seniors and retirees are flooding into the state, but the younger people, the actual workers, are starting to move out of the state.
Yeah.
So there's that influx,
Huh.
which can be kind of nerve wracking.
When you say the younger people in Florida, the ones that actually live here, born here, or whatever, they're the ones moving out.
Yeah, because they can't afford the housing. The pay.
Okay. So it's
Now,
not
this
a
is what I
job
read
market.
just
It's
a
not a
couple
job
months ago.
market thing.
No.
Okay.
This is the housing market and the food and all the expenditures are about twice as much as what they are on average in the nation. So they're actually starting to move out because they can't afford to live here.
Yeah. And I said,
That's just a couple months ago.
the jobs here are a lot lower pay than what you get up north. I do know that.
Yeah.
They have a heck of a time getting nurses down here because the nurses pay here isn't near what it is up north.
But yet
Why? I don't know.
they pay servers in restaurants $15 an hour.
Some,
Well,
very, very few,
Yeah,
but some. Yeah.
Come on.
Both sets of clients who moved from Florida to North Carolina. One couple is in their 40s, and then the other couple they're in their 30s. So yeah, they're a little bit younger. Yeah.
Huh.
But they're going after bigger money.
Yeah.
Makes sense, but they can't afford a house. So they have to move no matter how much they're making. You can't afford a house. What's the point? But on top of that, look how many apartment buildings are building just right here. Look how many. They're massive.
Yeah, but the price of them, though, a lot of these people that are working in restaurants can't afford them.
But my point is this: is the amount of rent that they charge for them apartments, not including the furniture you're going to buy to go in there, is more than what a house payment would be if you had to finance it.
Yeah.
Yes, or equal.
Yeah.
Or equal. Yeah.
And that's
when
what they say.
can't afford a house. To me, it sounds like they're saying either they got terrible credit or they just simply don't have the down payment.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're correct. That's
Yeah.
usually the case.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I know all these apartments that they're building around, they say it's for the workers because, so they don't have to travel so far. But like I said, a lot of the workers cannot afford these places. I've seen the rent in these places. And
Yeah.
a lot of the workers on their pay can't afford this.
I'm trying to think back when we had 2 kids and just living from week to week, really paycheck to paycheck. If somebody told me I had to pay $3,500 a month in rent, I'd move to Alaska or someplace. I just couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could.
North Carolina.
Is it high there too?
Well, when I first moved here about 3 years ago, I would say that houses were about $100 a square foot, and now they're about $200 a square foot. So, I mean, where I live, we just got ranked number 1 most affordable and most beautiful places to live. So I think that people are coming here because it's more affordable, but it has gone up, but it's still affordable somewhat. But like you said, even the apartments, you know, cost as much as mortgage. I mean, you can't really get an apartment here for less than, I would say, probably $1,300. That would be your cheapest.
Would that be a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom?
Yeah, that would probably be a 1 or 2 bedroom, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. I think most people, when they come here and rent an apartment, and especially the ones wanting to go down to Middleton, which are going to build that big community down there. I forget what it's called now, but it's a rent home only. You have to rent. They don't sell nothing in there, and it's just outside the villages, but it's close to Middleton School. And I think I read somewhere where they're saying the average rent for a 3-bedroom house, which is what most of them want, is going to be $3,500 a month.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I know Deb, when she was moving, when they'd sold their house here and the new house wasn't finished, they rented an apartment over on 441. And it was a apartment complex. And I think it was like $1,400 a month, which for around here, that wasn't bad, truthfully.
That was before COVID.
No, it's just been 2 years. But yeah.
I thought she moved over there actually before COVID actually hit.
No, I think it's just about right in the middle.
Okay, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but I thought for around here that wasn't a bad price, and it was a 2-bedroom. But really, it was a brand new building. So
Yeah, they're probably tiny too.
yeah, it wasn't very big, but nice. Our kids was the same way when they come down here. They was paying, I think, $1,400 a month when they was down here in Ocala. So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was nice talking to you guys.
Anytime.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Okay, you guys have a lovely night.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Make $1 million
Bye-bye.
bucks.
I will. Bye-bye.
Oh,
And
my goodness.
just a couple things real quick here.
Sure. Go ahead.
Ron Ross. Yeah, sure. He said he heard that many of the old timers in the trucking industry are retiring, and they're having a lot of trouble getting young drivers to fill the void.
I believe that. And before I even retired, they had an answer to all that. It was called Open the Borders and let all the foreign drivers come down here and haul American freight because we can't hire enough people to drive these trucks. That's what it's called.
Well, the
Wow.
same thing's happening with the teachers.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. When right before I retired, we had we didn't have enough substitutes to substitute. So as a music teacher, I was substituting at least a third of the year.
Wow.
I can
As
pitch in.
was the art teacher, the gym teacher.
I know they were lowering the threshold for hiring help, as far as teachers go. You didn't have to have all the requirements that you used to have.
Well, you still need to have all the requirements, but to substitute, at least in Pennsylvania, they started a guest teacher program where they would teach you, to give you 3 hours or 3 days, I forget, of education on being a teacher.
Mhm.
And then you were certified to be in the classroom.
Yeah, well, I know they did lower the standards in some places because they were taking military. If you had military service, they was counting that as some kind of teaching credentials. I don't know what branch of the service or anything, but I remember reading that if you were in the military, it cut off like 2 years of the schooling that you had to go through.
Yeah.
Well, training for war, that goes for in the classroom.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
sign up.
You have some
I could-
ex-Marines that were teachers. Was that you? Is that in your school?
I think we might have had one substitute, but
Oh,
that's. I was
can
used
sign
to
up
being
for a,
ex-military.
I could sign up for a voluntary driver's ed teacher.
Oh gosh,
That would be interesting.
that would be, yes. you could teach them all their correct language and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you've seen what happened here when he gets riled up. You can imagine what he'd do. Yeah.
Oh,
He said, get out. Just get out.
Mhm.
What
You
the
saw him
hell
in
are
the
you
background,
doing?
his mouth going, and I can read some of the lips. I can, read lips a little bit. And it's
What,
like,
what grade are you in? How'd you get there?
yeah.
Yeah. I know I wanted him when we first came down here, he still had his CDL. And I said, you can drive one of the tour buses. He said, oh, yeah, that'd work.
Yeah.
A man has to know his limitations.
Yeah. See this lake over here? They said that's been here forever. That's BS. They built that.
Yeah, I thought the guys on the boat give you a good
A good story. Yeah.
story, but
Yeah,
yeah.
when we first came down here and doing our paperwork to go to the other new house at that time, she says, "Oh, I see you got a CDL Class A." I said, "Yeah." She said, "Are you going to keep that?" I said, "I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I don't know." And she said, "Well, we could always get you a job." She said, "I can sign you up right now if you want to be a tour bus driver, whatever they call them, trolleys, whatever they call them
Yeah.
things." I looked at her and I says, "Me and people don't get along." I would be the first guy to stop that bus and tell all them chatty people to get off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody on here who said who has a very good point. He said the pandemic taught us an important lesson. The real heroes are truckers, all the folks who actually build stuff and who man the stores.
That's
Yes.
exactly right. There's a lot of people out there that kept this country going that has nothing to do with politics.
And your
Those
medical workers.
people
I
just
mean,
talk a lot.
Oh yes, yes.
The
Yeah, the
truckers-
medical
truckers
workers.
move everything from one end to the other.
Yeah.
The people that operate the ships that go around the world, if you remember right, off of LA for months, they were backed up because they couldn't even get to the dock. So the dock workers were there working during COVID. Nurses, doctors, ambulance workers. Sheesh, the list just goes on.
Yeah, it's kind of incredible when you think about it, the people that were kind of stuck in their position, and it was scary. Like going into a hospital and to have surgery done, or like I said, the people that take care of you, to think that they had to look at all these people, several times a day, and they might come in contact with this. I'm glad I wasn't in that position, but that's kind of scary.
I just got out of healthcare right before that happened. I couldn't have got any luckier.
Okay, people that's watching this thing, we're not going to be over no 2 and 3 hours. It's been here on here now for say 42 minutes, but the first 5 minutes was a big cluster running around the microphones to work. I'm figuring about 1 hour, and we're going to stop it. So if you want to make a phone call or ask anybody a question, Wrestler, Sue, me, make a comment, whatever you need to
doesn't
do it,
include
please.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, Luann and I, we are in central Pennsylvania. Somebody asked where we were at. Oh, it's a phone call.
It's a phone.
Phil B.
Phil.
Is this where I order a pizza?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. What do you want?
Let me have a pepperoni lover stuffed crust with extra cheese.
It'll be ready for you in 10 minutes.
Yep. Now you need to give us your card number now, though.
Yeah, we need your card number now.
Somebody's already hacked it. I can't use it now.
That happened to me once.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's Cindy. We're not doing any fundraising this year. We're kind of taking a break from it. So. Yeah.
What, the fundraising? Oh, yeah,
Yes.
no, I don't think I'm going to do it again this year.
So are we going to Oh Shucks, or are we going to go to Catfish Johnny's with Jerry Bell?
Wherever. Sue give me a message here about Jerry. We're not going today. He said he was going to go. I'm not sure.
Well, I thought it was this Friday, but I looked at the dates and it's the 14th, 15th.
I think, 14th through the 17th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry Bell says not coming till 14th. Lunch is on the 15th. So either one's fine with me. I could care less. I like both of them.
We'll be there.
You're going to be here?
No.
Yeah. You can finish.
Come on now.
Table.
Yeah.
Go get a pitcher of beer.
If I could, I'd be coming down tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I have a guy who needs to be here, so.
Well, I went to Catfish Johnny's today. I
Well, that
took the
doesn't
ladies
mean the
out.
wrestler has to be there just because you got to be there.
He's got a point.
Oh, he does.
It kind of don't. You can go your way. He can go his way.
There you go.
If you consider him pointless.
Oh,
That can be taken a few different ways.
that's true. Yes, it could.
But you'll have to
Yeah.
ask Sue about the one way.
Well, I'll hang up now and let her caller get through.
Okay, Phil.
Right.
Next
Yeah,
Friday.
just, we just
let
have
me
to
know
ask,
which one. Send me a text or something. And oh, he's already hung up.
Oops.
ask Jerry what he likes to eat. I mean, he may not be big on fish. You don't know.
I don't want to ask him that question because we're allowed to get a nasty answer.
Okay.
True.
Jerry, if you
Thank
had to
you,
go
Jim.
to one of two restaurants like Oh Shucks or Catfish Johnny's, which would you prefer?
You can go to any of them.
It doesn't make no difference. We go to a country club. We go wherever you want to go. It doesn't make no difference. It's just those are kind of two popular ones with us right now. Well, I don't know. This time of year, going to Oh Shucks could be a problem.
Yeah. We
God.
made them stars.
Yeah, I mean, since we started talking about it, last time I went by there, serious to God, I have never seen that parking lot so full of cars like it was. It
Yeah.
was jam-packed full.
I keep waiting for them to say they're going to expand, but I haven't seen anything about it yet. So.
Well, the funny thing is, I remember going past that the hotel we were at was just around the corner from that. Well,
Yeah.
just down the road. So
Yeah.
when we drove by, there was nobody there. I didn't even know it was open.
Listen, we made them famous.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And that's what we did. We're doing with Catfish Johnny's. We didn't intend to, but Phil keeps broadcasting them. So they're going to be the same. And today, when I was there, we had to stand. They wouldn't seat the group until everybody got there. And we had to stand until they seated the group. I don't like that. So
Yeah.
I said, probably not going to be back. But yeah, they do have great food there. And it's a little bit out of the way, but not much.
Jerry says in that case, he wants to go to Oh Shucks.
Well,
We go to Oh Shucks.
yeah.
We'll probably have to go at like an oddball hour. You know, like noon is lunch, and I don't even know what time dinner is anymore. 6 o'clock, 5, whatever. So we'll go to dinner at 3.
Yeah, but David says you have to eat an oyster.
That ain't happening.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. Well,
Not
David
unless
also
it's-
said that he never got his bachelor party, so I think he's trying to get you to pay his way.
Who? What? What bachelor party?
David Kozak, he was getting married. Don't you remember?
I thought he already was.
Well, I think he probably is by now, but
Maybe it's me and I got things all screwed up. I thought David got married in California and then was moving here after he got married. Am I wrong?
Right, but you
Yes.
never had a bachelor party for him, so you get to pay for his lunch when he comes, you see.
Well, I can do that. He's been a member for a long time, so I don't mind paying. I don't mind paying back.
Let's see. There was something that popped up here. I forget what it was.
well,
Jerry
Meadow
says, "Will the
37.
Rizzos be in town?" That's hard to tell. Rizzos go between here and his house down in the Keys. So,
They'll be here until January 5th.
Yeah.
and then they're going down there for the rest of winter.
Mm-hmm. We're in
Somebody's
January,
asking us.
February, March.
Okay, be quiet. It's your show, but they're asking us a question.
Oh,
But no, Luann, Healthy Home Cooking. Luann retired in 1921.
1921.
Yeah.
And 2021, and yes, I am planning on officially retiring next year.
Woohoo! This is you'll be like the rest of us, a little bit crazy.
A little bit.
You know, you being on the cusp of retirement and possibly moving in the
Yes.
middle of this market the way it is, Florida with all of its problems, and you know what they all are.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about all this? I mean, at this point in your life.
Well, we are in a very good position, quite honestly. We have a house up here, so it's not like we're going to be homeless. And at our age, we can wait it out a little bit. We don't want to wait too long, but we can wait it out a little bit. And right now, from what Ira was saying, and I trust Ira, he seems to have gotten the COVID-19 thing, because if you look back, he was talking about how things were going to get tighter and how the market was going to go, and he was pretty much on it.
Yeah, he's the guy.
So now he's saying, it's going to be coming down. He doesn't know exactly when, but he said in about a year he sees the interest rates coming down. He sees, the amount of houses coming back up. So he's not looking at, if I understand him correctly, he's not looking at a bubble bursting like some others are saying, but he's looking at it like stabilizing.
Yeah.
So
I had read that if the interest rates get down to 5, there will be such a throng of people coming to Florida. I mean, there'll just be so many people once that interest rate gets down to the 5% mark. It said that everybody will be throwing their money.
and I've been looking obviously at inflation in states, not just the country, but in states. And from what I read, Florida's is about 6%, which is again about twice as much as the rest of the country. So I'm waiting for that to stabilize as well.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't the first time that any of us in our lifetime has seen this problem.
Mm-hmm.
Throw out COVID. That's the first time for that, I know. But we've seen this housing market go. Remember when, I forget exactly what was going on, interest went crazy for some reason anyway. And contractors, in order to get rid of houses, they were literally giving them away with no money down. Remember all that?
Yeah. Well,
and this was nationwide.
I remember interest rates between 10 and 15%.
I do too. Because my mom was smarter than I was. She took all their money and put it in a 10% CD account and left it there.
Yeah.
And then when the interest rates went way back down again, they actually called her up and offered her money to take them back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a smart woman, let me tell you.
Yeah. And she never did take them out. And anyway, but I just remember this housing market being bad before. I can remember right before I retired, the 401k, I lost 40. You don't lose nothing till you sell, I know, but it went down in value by 40%. And then like a year later, roughly, it was back up to where it was before it went down and a little bit above.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've seen this market go up and down and up and down and up and down. And I'm not a financial expert, but a man that I know that made a lot of money in the stock market always told me, never sell.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit on it. It always comes back.
Yep. That's what we did.
Now, whether the price of homes go down to where they was before COVID, that's a good question because I have no idea. I
don't think they're ever going to get that low. No.
I don't think so either. I don't think.
Pre-COVID low? No.
Yeah, but if they are coming down,
I don't think we'll ever see gas before COVID either. $1.65, $1.75. I think those days are gone.
Well, OPEC already said, and they said this publicly, that if they see the barrels of oil go below, I think it was $50 a barrel, that they're going to stop production before it comes back up again. So we'll never see a dip again.
Yeah.
But it's below $3 now, so I'm a happy camper.
Be quiet. I got some important people on the phone.
Do your work.
Who we got?
My name's Ron, and I've got a question for you.
Go ahead, Ron. I don't have an answer for you.
Well, that's what Sue said had about 40 years ago. No answer.
Well, that's what I get all the time. She always tells me. She tells me all the time. Says, "You don't know what you're talking about."
Well, that I can. It's absolutely true love. But as I say, Skip, we're their ticket to heaven. They're going to get to the pearly gates and they're going to say, "You were married to him? Come on in."
Yeah, I just know how my luck goes in life. I'm going to get to the pearly gates, and somebody's going to be standing there with a notebook going, "And your name is what?"
Yeah, I've already earned my wings.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Hey, I have a question for you, and if you want to bypass it, that's fine. Wayne, the RV repair guy,
Yeah,
had his YouTube channel,
yeah,
and it was very interesting to watch and blah blah blah, you know. And then he got sideswiped or demolished in a truck stop, and he talked about that insurance thing, and then all of a sudden his channel just disappeared. Is he doing okay? Did he get a new unit? Just enlighten me.
I can tell you what I know, and I don't know that I know everything. The last time I saw him, which he's the one that installed the lithium in my RV here a month ago, maybe something like that, 2 months ago.
September.
Yeah, if you watch my RV channel, Wayne is actually on there explaining the installation in my RV, and yeah, he still. Last time I saw him, he was still arguing with the insurance company. I'm not sure why, but there was some kind of an argument there. Probably the trucking insurance company. Trucking insurance companies are self-insured. And so sometimes getting money out of them without a lawyer can be a real big problem because they don't have to pay you if they don't want to. And he got another RV. He bought it off some guy in Kentucky. It's another Class C, a lot like his first one, but it's in really good shape. And he's just traveling the country, and he's doing RV repairs. Like I said, I had to meet him in Kentucky where he was up there. He was installing solar. That's his main thing, is he installs solar. And he was installing solar at somebody's cabin and doing that. And in between doing that, he came over and he done my RV for me, and then we left. And he was still up there when I left. So, and he does have a channel. You're right. And I asked him about it. And I think really what it boils down to one or two things. I think he's just getting burnout, and it happens on YouTube. I think he's getting burnout with YouTube because it takes up so much time and effort to do stuff. And it takes it away from him to make real money putting in solar. And so he just doesn't do it unless he's got nothing else to do. And right now, as far as I know, well, I haven't been up there for a while, but when I left, he was swamped with solar installations everywhere. He was supposed to go to Tennessee and do a couple of jobs up there. He was supposed to go, I think at one time he told me he had jobs lined up to go all the way out to Arizona for the winter and do jobs out there. He was supposed to go down to Quartzsite and do 2 or 3 jobs there. So I don't know where he's at right now, but I know that he is busy. And yes, he did get another Class C.
Okay. Well, he was a true barnstormer, just a true barnstormer. And you can tell he's as honest as the day is long and everything, which is nice. I mean, aren't many of those people left?
There isn't. And, he's what I call, in all due respect, I call him a shade tree mechanic. I do. Because he is. He doesn't have a garage. Everything he does, he works outside. And so I just call him a shade tree mechanic. He laughs at me. It's all said and fun. It's nothing insulting about it. But I had 3 so-called experts here that advertised in a paper, and they were mobile techs, and they came out at $100 an hour, and none of them could get my generator figured out when it wasn't putting out power. They couldn't figure it out. And I didn't want to drive all the way to Panama City for this, but at the last minute I said, I'm spending too much money, and these guys aren't fixing nothing. It's costing me hundreds of dollars, and they're driving away, and it's the same shape it was when they got here. So I called him up and talked to him a little bit, and he told me, he said, I can get it fixed. He said, there ain't been one generator in my life that I couldn't get running. He said, and that's because it was so old I couldn't buy parts. I said, okay, I'm coming up. I went up there. You can ask Lou. 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. He goes, hey, here it is. I said, what? He said, here's why it ain't running. And he had it fixed just that fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I would, we was expecting to be there for a while, but yeah, we left the next day.
Yeah.
He did a lot of other stuff too while we were there.
He doesn't do everything, but I can tell you what he does work on. He knows what he's doing.
Well, the guys like him are far and few between. It's just, but Hey, I won't keep you here. Everything looks nice. Sue, you are so attractive, such a wonderful lady. What a cross you have to bear.
Honey, in January, it'd be 53 years. Like I said, I earned my wings.
That's hey,
David Kozak,
Okay.
super sticker.
Hey, hey, I won't keep you. Enjoy your show and everything, and just keep up the good work. To the young couple sitting there, my gosh, is this they look like they're, we've got shoes older than them.
It's the filter.
That's it. Yes, we have the young filter on.
Oh, I need one of them.
That's right. Hey, you have a great day. And one last thing, Skip. Yeah, if you take these people to Shucks the first 2 or 3 times, you got to take them through the front door because you don't want to let them see the kitchen and everything there. But
I've seen that kitchen.
Oh, buddy, I'm telling you.
So you've been to Shucks then, right?
Oh yes, and Joshua, the guy that's the cook back there.
Yeah.
When I come through the back door, I mean, he knows exactly how I like my well done fries, and I'll give him a 5 or a 10 every 4 or 5 times there. And that, yeah.
So the last time you went there, you noticed they fixed the ceiling.
Well, when it's falling down, they got to be.
Well, I don't know. I always thought that was a good conversation piece, and now they fixed it.
Well, you're right. Yeah. But that is going to be a prime spot. What is there going to be, like 4 hotels along there and everything?
They're supposed to build some, yeah. You're right. That's going to be, it's almost to the point now where you can't get in there to find a place to park if you go at a regular time. So you got to kind of pick the in-between hours.
Yeah, we kind of ruined it, so. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Hey, one last thing. We found a place called the Cove, and it's like you're going to just go west there at Osco's, or not Osco's, whatever that CVS is, and you keep going, and it is just an outstanding place to eat, called the Cove. And then there was another one we found called the Locker. It was an old meat locker, and oh my gosh, talk about just terrific food and all locals. I mean, not near as dingy as old Shucks. No place to be that way. But anyway.
I think in the Cove out on Sunset Harbor Road.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking it was.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, I won't keep you. You've got a wonderful show. Please keep up the good work. Skip, one last thing, and I'm going to go. When you give the news, please do not hold back on giving your opinions and just different things. That's what we can all go to that Village News place, but you just can't get your opinions and your facial expressions and just things. So please keep that up. That's part of watching the news.
Stop pulling back, Skip.
Like I say, you have no idea how much of that video gets cut on the floor. Because I watch it the second time and I edit it, and then I go back and I watch it the third time and I edit a little bit more because I say things, and I'm always got in the back of my head that I made a political statement. I got to take that out. Or
and he's always thinking, would Sue listen to this?
Yeah. So I take it out all the time. And, it doesn't make any difference. It's just like our port setting. Let me say something on port setting. And everybody knows I'm a retired trucker. And everybody knows I'm going to slip. I'm going to say a bad word once in a while. When I get upset about something, they just come out. And there ain't hardly a port setting that goes by that I don't get a comment from somebody saying, please don't use that foul language. I find it offensive. I don't like it. And you don't even want to know what I'd like to reply.
I find it offensive also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Please keep saying your opinions, no matter how wrong they are.
And remember, church is on Sunday morning. And if you want to go to church, then go somewhere else. If you want to think this is church, we'll be passing the collection plate here. Pretty darn
There you go.
Well, I look at it this way. When somebody's telling me what I should or shouldn't say, they're just trying to take my freedom of speech away from me, and I take offense to that.
Oh boy!
You don't have to listen. That's a fact. You don't. I mean, there's enough YouTube channels here in the villages now. They don't have to watch me at all. They can get all this stuff somewhere else. So instead of making comments about what I'm saying, just leave. See, now, if I was editing that, I'd be editing that out right there because I'm going, oh, shit. Oh, shit. I said, oh, shit.
Hey, Skip.
We're hopeless.
Before he goes, can you do us a favor, at least on our end? The callers are a lot more quieter than everybody else. Is everybody in the chat hearing that, or is that just because I'm like on air?
I don't know. In my head, in my headphones, they're plenty loud enough.
Okay, I mean they're you can hear them obviously, but it just seems like he's lower than everybody.
Yeah, you're
else.
talking about the listener out there, people at home listening.
Yeah,
Jerry
I don't know.
He can hear. Okay, then it's just us. It's just us. Yeah.
Okay. Nobody has said
live on
anything.
air.
Because I watched the chat about audio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we got a super chat. Look at there.
Wow, I wish you said something.
I know.
For the super chat.
Thanks for the super sticker.
Thanks for the
it's my
super
hearing
sticker,
aids.
Dave.
Thanks,
I didn't
Ron.
see that till just now.
Yep.
Then do you like my?
If
Okay.
he gets to battling, it's all those lonely nights by himself in that truck that he didn't have anybody.
Well, Sue tries to keep a handle on my mouth when we're doing port setting. She tries. She doesn't
I
get it
try.
done 100% of the time, but 90% of the time she does. I get that look.
Oh, we all love that look, by the way. I'm assuming everybody in the chat too. Luann and I are like, she's gave me the look.
Yeah, we all of us married guys, we know that look.
Yeah.
That when your underwear starts creeping up when you get that look.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Ron.
Yeah.
Have a nice evening. Good night.
All right, man. Thanks for calling. So my dad was a trucker. I used to go with him. I never went with my dad, but that's how I learned, was riding with other people. And that's back in the days when trucking was real trucking.
He always said, "Don't tell your mother what I said."
Yeah.
I told the kids that all the time. We'd go shopping at Kmart or whatever, and you know how Skippy was. He was kind of, when he said words sometimes, they didn't sound like what he was saying, like the word fox. I remember that to this day. We're sitting in line, and the word fox sounded like a foul word.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just the way it sounded. Mm-hmm. And he would talk about, he had this book about the fox and the baby fox, and look at all these foxes, and all, people in line would turn around and look at him and look at me, and I go, he's saying fox.
Well, we know somebody who was, when they were real little, couldn't say truck. The TR came out as a f.
Yeah.
That was our oldest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at the fuck. Like, no. He's saying truck. He's saying truck.
So is David going to go with us? I mean, I don't know. I mean, he talked like he wanted to go with us. If he is, then we'll have to get a hold of him too when Jerry gets here. Make sure we get a table big enough. I like to sit outside if it's good weather.
Okay, well, I don't know that far ahead how good it's going to be. The 14th
is only a week and a half away. 2 weeks away. No, a week and a half away.
But they don't give the weather report that close.
I don't even know.
Look in the crystal ball.
Yes.
Did I take my medicine?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to have to be like 3 days ahead of time that I can tell. But right now, I can't tell what it's going to be then. So,
you know what we should do? We should play the old trick like we used to do. You guys go down there and be there at 2:00, and we'll be down there and meet you. And me and Sue would show up at 2:15. By then, they've got a table, and have a
Oh,
drink.
yeah.
And we just walk in and go, oh, hey, sorry we're late, but, we couldn't find the keys to the car.
I left the keys in the golf cart.
With me, it's just the opposite. We're there too early.
Oh, yes.
Usually.
No, if you're
I
early,
hate
you're
being
on
late.
time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, that's just not acceptable.
And David said they'd go.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause he's going to be here till April, right? Didn't he say April? I think he said. He said, I'll be here. We're leaving in April or something.
Yeah. The 15th of this month. Okay. And then Jerry said, oh, shucks. So,
Wait a minute. The 15th. Oh, I mean, Jerry being here the 15th of this month.
yeah.
No, you say be here the 14th of the month, but we're going to
Yeah.
drop
We
the
want
15th.
lunch for 50. Yeah. Because he won't be here early on the 14th. So he's coming from another place in Florida. So
Has he got a
And
wife
then he
or a
pooped.
girlfriend? Is he coming? Is there two of them or just one of them?
He's
These
on,
are all the intricate details we have to know. People want to know.
he's coming for work. So I kind of doubt he's got one with him.
I don't know if he's coming. If I had work to do, and I said, I'm going to go to Florida, and you're not working, you're telling me you're going to stay home while I come to Florida in the winter?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That
saying.
ain't
That's what I'm saying. Has he got somebody?
Well, you have to ask him. He says just me. So no, he's coming by himself.
So you coming, wrestler? You say you coming down here by the 14th?
Sure.
Okay.
yeah. Save a spot. We're paid.
Yeah.
Just for a good YouTube, I ought to cut this section out of you just saying that. Save me a spot. I should go down there with one of them sexual blow-up dolls and put
This
it in
spot
there.
is for WrestleMania.
And put it in there and put a name tag around its neck saying WrestleMania.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, I guarantee you somebody will send me a comment. I can't believe you done that.
Did
That's
that.
disgusting.
Or like I said, do like they did today, and they make you stand and wait, and he's standing with this thing underneath his arm.
Remember we did that to Charlie
Yes.
on the motorcycle? We
Yeah.
all went somewhere. And we all had a passenger. I don't know what got up to this. Charlie had a passenger or didn't have a passenger, and we all had a passenger rider to go with us. And so we wanted to get Charlie a passenger. We got him a blow-up sexual doll. And we strapped it on the back of his motorcycle. And he rode around with it all day till it finally lost air. Yeah.
Was it new or used?
It was new. I'm pretty sure it was new because Steve blew it up.
Yeah. David, we don't know the time yet. We kind of have to wait until it gets closer to the day. But we've established those shucks.
If we're going to go for dinner, I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark. It'll be probably between 1 and 3 o'clock.
Phil nailed it. He goes he said 14:30.
There you go.
So
that's it. That's the time.
No, 14:30.
That's 1:30.
1:32.
No, I don't know.
Subtract 12.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, the little big hands on 12.
Yeah.
2:30. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, we've been doing this for about an hour. I don't think we got any more phone calls coming in.
Well, there is something a couple people said here that I thought was interesting.
Okay.
He said, remember, Skip is the oldest YouTube channel in the villages. And then somebody else said, many of the village YouTube channels are quitting YouTube. And come to think of it, there's a lot I haven't seen for a while. So, yeah.
Yeah. They're not less because there's other things to do. I mean, people's got a life and they want to do other things. And this takes a lot of work. It really does. Skip doesn't have a life. So
Well,
that's why he's the longest.
Yeah. Now there is something that I will tell anybody in the villages, and I'm not being sarcastic. I mean very serious. For
serious.
anybody who wants to do YouTube,
I want you
and
people to
villages-
know now, he's in Pennsylvania. He wants to be real serious, but these are the same people that voted Fetterman.
And I'm proud of
What was this about not being political?
Yeah. No politics.
So anyway, so with YouTube in the villages, there's a lot of people who will start YouTube and they will get thousands of views on just a small video. And then they start doing more and more and get 1,000, like 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. And then they go, oh, this is really neat. This is easy. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're not like in the villages, or constantly go to Disney World, or constantly go to like a big place, YouTube's hard. I mean, you really have to scratch for views. So my stuff, I go anywhere from literally double digits to tens of thousands, depending on what it is, because I'm not in an area that you're going to get an automatic pull. So when people in the villages do the YouTube channel and they do it for a while, they, oh, this is easy. But then they realize, oh, this is starting to get to be like a job. And they stop. Because, to them, it's nothing. But
and there's so much to do down here. I mean, you don't want to be sitting in front of a computer all day. There's things to do outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more what wrestlers saying. People's got this idea because most people that does YouTube, they only need one thing. That's a cell phone. And they're just going out and videoing and posting it. But when you really get into the YouTube business, it's more than that. It's editing. It's different cameras and learning how to use that damn camera. And I know you got the camera, Canon, what'd you get?
The R10.
The R10, which is more sophisticated than the cameras that I got.
Oops, stuck. There we go. So yeah, we got that's my latest toy.
Yeah.
But we have...
And learning how to use that properly is an effort in itself.
Oh yeah, when she's doing her cooking shows, I'll have 3 or 4 cameras. So I'm actually looking to get another one because I need one over
on the floor to catch the slop.
Yes, but I need one over top that I can clip on. I have the clip, but I can clip on to go down so that.
That's what she said.
Skip. So we have more angles, and I have more that I can choose from. As far as so the viewer can see what she's doing. So all these things you have to kind of look at. So yeah, there's a lot to it. You can really get into it.
A lot to it.
I've seen a lot of them that I liked, actually. I mean, there's some of the new people that were very interesting to me. But like they just don't last because they want to be involved in what's going on here, and I don't blame them for that. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Well, our Villages channel started out, and it still is really. We do these things for fun too, but it's always been about the villages and what it is, information about house tours and golf carts and stuff like that. And it's been about information. People saying how much is property taxes, for example, stuff like that. That's what it's always been about. And I guess I could throw a third one in there. It's our life here. I will do videos once in a while, just what me and Sue's doing, like we did the other one the other day called, what did I call it? Typical day.
Yeah.
And that was a typical day. Going to the doctor, getting her eye operated on, coming back, getting the house washed, mowing the grass, bitching about the chili soup. I mean, that's a typical day here. I just did that for one reason. People watch this stuff. I know they do. And they're going, well, this video is stupid. I don't get this at all. That's because they're not thinking. I'm trying to show them that just because you leave your Pennsylvania life and what it is there, that life follows you no matter where you go.
Yes.
You come here, you're still going to have yards to mow. You're still going to have a wife that cooks. You're still going to be eating crappy food.
Maybe. It's a maybe.
Maybe.
Now, most women here, you might as well keep that in mind too, unless you really likes to cook. Most women here, that's the first thing they want to give up is cooking. They don't want to cook.
Yeah. Well, just like you give up mowing the yard.
Yeah.
I'd like to give up cooking. Yeah.
But I like mowing the yard. I just didn't like that push mower. I didn't realize that Florida grass or our grass was going to be that thick. Otherwise, I'd have got a self-propelled mower. And to be honest with you, I'd probably still be mowing my grass today because these people do a job and they're here regularly. But there are certain things that I'm just a persnickety guy at, like when they trim my hedges. I'm looking at them to see if they're straight. I can't stand a bush that's trimmed this way, goes up and goes down like that. I can't stand that.
Yeah, that's why I don't like to cook, is because I don't have anybody that appreciates it.
I ate your soup today. By the way, we have passed Thanksgiving now to where now I'm eating every day winter food.
Oh.
It's been cold. My gosh.
It's been all the way down to the 70s.
Yeah,
no, it was 46 this morning.
Healthy home cooking. Do you do that? Do you have food that specifically, basically, is wintertime food, and that you don't cook it in the summer?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, with what the produce is get at the farm, like you can get butternut squashes this time of year and your potatoes, and you can't get them too readily at the farm in the summertime.
Yeah.
But what do you cook that you would consider to be? I only make this like Thanksgiving and Christmas is when I get my Cherries Jubilee. That's what it is. I don't get it no other time. Christmas is when, and Thanksgiving is when I get homemade chicken and noodles. Meatloaf is considered to be a winter food, not summer food. What else? Chili soup and vegetable soup is a winter food, not a summer food.
Well, if you're going to complain, why don't you learn how to cook, and then you can make what you want?
I can cook.
Then why are you complaining?
Well, I'm just saying it to her. That's and what's her name?
Jean.
Jean. She's the same way. I asked her when last time we was up there. I said, "Do you have winter food and summer food?" She said, "Oh, absolutely." She said, "I won't cook meatloaf in the summer."
Yeah.
Well, it could make the kitchen hot. That could be where she's coming from.
No. I don't want to hear that. That's crap. You got air conditioning. I don't want to hear that.
Well, up north, that was the reason. It just heated the house up too much. So, unless it's wintertime, you didn't have the oven on for an hour,
Right.
and soup, you got to boil, so you didn't want the house to heat up that much.
Yeah,
but nowadays you have the Instant Pot, and that won't heat up the house.
Yeah, that's true.
But we do have a lot more soups in the winter.
Yeah.
And or
I
stews.
think everybody does. That's just kind of a normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we have the salads then in the summer.
Gotcha. Oh, two things popped up in the chat.
But
One,
I see Go Places, and she's from New York visiting the villages next week.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I don't recall that name. So
I
there's
think we're
somebody.
supposed to have a good week next week. I think Sunday there's a chance of rain, but Saturday's going to be back in the 80s. So
I think a lot of them come down.
Good week.
A lot of them come down for like the month of December because of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just guessing. I don't know that.
Yeah.
Another thing is, yes, the moderators cannot mute the host. Now I'm a super moderator. I can. But I don't. See? See, you can't hear him because I muted him.
Yeah.
Now you can hear him.
Yeah. There's an old saying about payback's a bitch.
But Ron 5850 says, "I'm sure if Skip became a driver's ed teacher, he could teach them hand signals the trucker way."
That's true.
Yeah, he knows them too.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few people in there who reminded about if you have not already, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah.
And by the way, the thumbs up button, what that does with YouTube, it helps to push that out to other people so they can know in the future and get out and have fun.
Gracie says she's from Virginia and she'll be visiting next week too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the time everybody comes. Like I said, you can't believe the amount of golf carts with the 2-seaters and the 3-seaters just been full the last couple of weeks.
And somebody asked, and I am so sorry I lost it, but somebody had asked why we're looking more towards On Top of the World than we are at the villages. Actually, we're not looking at On Top of the World. We're looking more towards Solavita. And that's because a little bit south of that yet, we have a lot of family.
But that's right now.
That's right now.
When we get serious, we'll probably come down and stay for a month and let Ira take us on a bunch of tours and then make an educated decision at that point.
Right.
Yeah, I think Ira thinks I'm joking when I said he's our realtor. He really is. He just doesn't know it yet.
How old is your family just south of Orlando?
Well, one's in the 70s.
No, I think she's in the 80s now.
Is she in the 80s? Yeah, I guess she is in her 80s. Yeah, she just went into the 80s.
81.
And then
in the low 60s.
Yeah, and the other ones are in the low 60s, and then down from there.
And they have children and grandchildren.
So
one thing I will say about On Top of the World, and you heard if you watched Port Setting yesterday, and I'm sure you didn't. Ira said it On Top of the World, and what was the other one, Sue? You mentioned two of them that were truly gated.
Stonecrest.
That's right. Yeah.
And that caught my ear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was awesome. Him just kind of coming up. It's like he finally made it. Because Ira kept saying
he's been coming up forever, and he never came up. And I don't know when it was. It was on Port Sutton 2 weeks ago or something like that. He probably heard me say, I said, I haven't heard from Ira for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know what happened to him. He never comes around anymore. I don't know. And next thing you know, he shows up at my house. And let me tell you about this guy. Did he say on the show that he was going to go over and talk to a guy about selling his farm?
Yes.
Did he mention that?
Or he did. Either he did or he was going. I forget which.
Well, he was going to have a meeting with the guy, but talk to him about selling his farm.
Right.
And I'm looking at him going, oh, because Ira's always, the shirt and tie kind of guy because he's real, right. And I'm saying, oh, so now I understand the blue jeans, the blue jean jacket, and the gray flannel shirt. He's dressing the part.
Uh-huh.
You got to give him credit, right?
Yep.
That's the way you network. Yeah.
Oh, on Top of the World, we don't have anything against On Top of the World. It's just that's too far as of right now. That's too far north of what we were looking for. That's all that is.
Right.
What are you looking for?
A house.
Well, I'm just wondering, why is that too far north?
We want to be within driving distance of family.
Yes. We want to be just far enough away.
You got to have that buffer zone.
Well, yes.
Yeah, especially since one's his mother.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I understand. Hey, I understand.
So we want to be just enough away. Actually, another one's a sister, and then we have other different kind of family down there too. But I want to be just far enough away from my sister. She won't be a pain in the ass. Actually, she's saying I won't be a pain in the ass to her. But anyway, it's just far enough away for that, and then but close enough that if they need us for something, we're there.
Right.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
I have the neighbor back
make
there.
sure our family up here is settled and taken care of. Because right now we're tweeners. We have children who have not moved out completely yet. And one of them's disabled, so make sure they're independent. Really, and then my parents are 86 and 91, and they're starting to have some health issues of their own. So we need to make sure they're okay.
Yep. Yeah. So we're burning candles at both ends.
You're going to find out, or at least it's in my experience, as you get older, that gets more and more difficult by the day.
Yeah.
People's going to die 1,200 miles from where you live, and you're going to be 75 years old. Yeah. And the question is going to be, do you really want to go to their funeral? Part of you says, I really need to go. Then part of you says, I'm not sure I can drive that far anymore without having a problem.
Yep.
So, and just like holidays, I heard a guy made a comment on one of my videos. I forget which one it was. I read all the comments. I don't know I do that, but I do that. And he made a comment.
He said,
I said he was exactly right. He said he was answering somebody else. That they was asking, what do you do for holidays? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? They're all asking at this time of year, right? He said, not really much of anything, just the two of. Oh, I know what it was. We had made a statement that we weren't doing anything this year special. We were just going to have a dinner and nice dinner, and that was going to be it. And he had said that's the way him and his wife are doing things too. He said, I find the older I get, the less meaningful holidays are.
Yeah,
they're just another day, and we just eat maybe better food. That's about it. And that's true. I don't sell birthdays. If she don't tell me whose birthday it is, to me, it's just another day. When I had my birthday party last year, I forgot it was my birthday. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore. Yeah. So is that normal? I don't know that it's normal, but I just know that's the way I am.
Yeah. But that the one thing I said, Thanksgiving, when people asked how's Thanksgiving, I said it was Tuesday with more food. Because it's the first year we've actually been just the two of us for Thanksgiving, and he worked in the office all day, and I just stayed out here and cooked and watched TV. So it's just Tuesday with more food. So.
Hey, you being a YouTube star and an editor professional.
You talking to Sue or? I'm
talking to you.
Oh, me. Oh, okay. Sue's the YouTube star, but okay.
I forgot what I was going to ask.
Yeah, you see my gallery back here, guys?
Yes.
Yes, I finally moved
Updated
it
it.
out where you could see it.
Awesome.
Beautiful. So you painted
Yeah.
all of those?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got a hallway full of them, but this was the overflow.
It's not the only
Nice.
place where there's overflow.
No,
There was the toilet. There. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about that.
they're in the laundry room. They're in the lanai. They're in the
You say
garage.
that, you say that, but I got to look one day when I said that. She said, where can I hang this? And I'm looking at it, I go, well, there's a spot above the toilet.
That's like our house, but instead of painting, I do cross stitch.
Yeah.
I've stopped doing cross stitch and I started doing prayer shawls for a nursing home because I don't have to find wall space for them.
No. Now,
Listen, you moved down here to Florida.
Yes.
What are you going to do? What do you plan on doing to stay busy?
Annoying you.
Yes, that's our number one goal.
Yeah, but you won't be messing with me. You'll be doing your own thing. He'll have his own YouTube channel going. He'll be playing golf or whatever he's going to do. You're going to, I don't know. What are you going to do? You going to have a cooking show? You're going to.
Well, she's already decided.
The only reason I have a YouTube channel is because he likes me to have a YouTube channel. So I do it to make him happy.
You know why? He's in control. He can tell you what to do.
For that 15 minutes, yes.
Yeah.
But for the rest of the day.
15 minutes. There's no video that gets videoed in 15 minutes.
Oh, no, that's true. Yes.
Well, he also likes eating what comes afterwards.
That's true. Yeah.
By the way, I've got
it
to
is
go
funny.
cut a
It's like a
video, too,
3-hour project to make food.
I've got to go cut a video now that you mentioned that. I got an inside scoop from somebody that there's another abandoned vehicle on the developer's property and he refuses to call the police to have it removed. It's been sitting there for over a year. There's no license plates on it. There's nothing on it. And the people are complaining about it. And Rohan and all them people over there are telling them that there's nothing they can do. That's an inside deed restriction that comes from the developer's office. Even the police. Catch this. They went over, looked at it. All they could do is run the, what do you call it, the VIN number.
Mm-hmm.
They said if it comes back stolen, they can tow it in. But if it's not stolen, there's nothing they can do unless the developer.
Because it's in a private parking lot.
It's on our property.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Healthy Home Gator live from the villages.
Go Places says, love to see and meet you guys. Well, when you get down here, send us something on the email. The email is underneath the, it's on the homepage.
Nobody's going to call. I'll just take the phone number down. Hold on.
Well.
Let me find my email so you can
Okay.
send me some nasty reports.
Well, how about we do this and then they can.
There you go. You found it better than I did. I couldn't even find it.
Yeah. So when you get down here, send us an email and let us know, when you're free, and we'll see if we can get together.
Yep.
Oh, I thought they were talking about us. They wanted to get together with us.
Once you come down here, yes.
Territory anymore.
No, we're just skipping Sue wannabes.
Yes.
Oh, and Leslie says, I'm poor.
Yeah, it's more like
poor.
Sue and Deb. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say about
See,
that?
that's when we should have had our own channel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the 2 Forks up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I said, we went places and done things.
Well, I still think when we move down, if we are close enough, that you and Luann should have a channel. And what are we going to call it? Oh, yeah, Forking Around the Villages.
You're going to be a half hour away.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that I could have replaced Deb. And I said, with anybody. And I said, Judy or Linda or any of my friends or something, but it just wasn't the same without her.
They're never around.
Yeah.
Linda's in California right now. Judy's in Atlanta, Georgia right now. Nobody's ever around. Anyway, that's why, that's one of the reasons why I give up Wednesday Night Live. It was too hard to get people together. Oh, I found something.
Today we are going to the Sunny Pint Tap Room and Eatery, located in Freedom Plaza, just down the street from Brownwood. Let's go look inside. For those of you who are new to our little episodes, my name is Sue.
And I'm Deb. How y'all doing, sugar?
They have a wonderful little menu right here with prices you can see on the side. There is a wall full of taps for beer. Not sure how many there are, but it is a bunch. Deb said she is going to try the Sweet Baby Jesus.
That's right, sweetie. I'm having the Sweet Baby Jesus.
They have a large beer list and even have some wines for those like me who don't like beer.
Oh, hallelujah. They got them there some beer flights.
The food looks very good. I got the caprese panini.
I got the small charcuterie plate. I think I got that right. Oh, goodness me.
The Sunny Pint has plenty of inside seating. They also have a small porch area to sit at if you prefer the great Florida weather.
Oh, yes, honey. I love the Florida sun just washing all over my body.
Thank you for joining us today at the Sunny Pint. I really enjoyed my food. How about you, Deb?
I thought mine was absolutely delightful.
That about does it then. I say this eatery is all forked up.
There you go. There's the introduction to your all forked up videos you guys
Awesome.
can do.
I was looking at the numbers. It like went down by like 15 people.
Oh, well, let's get off of this pervert channel. All right.
All right.
I think we're done. No more phone calls. It's been over an hour. I was only going to do it for an hour, so we'll just say goodbye. By the way, at the end of this, I am doing a special thank you to all my Patreon members because they're the ones that actually does this and every Friday for the news. If it wasn't for them, I don't know if I could actually do it. But anyway, it's for them. So just say goodbye to everybody.
Well, now, if we missed your question, there is the email. Again, I apologize. I know we were joking around and messing around, so we may have missed your question. I apologize. But go ahead and use that email, and Skip and Sue will get back to you. Unless it's unless it's a question about one of us, or for Luann or I, and then he'll pass that email on to us, and we'll get it answered for you.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Apologize to everybody for Fetterman.
No, I love that guy.
No, you
He's
don't.
like the.
I don't know how you could.
All right.
So we'll do these.
Y'all.
We'll do these phone call chats again, time or time. I very seldom never announce them because you never know what's going to happen. I'm a little nervous about doing them to start with, but anyway, as long as you call in, they're fun. So with that, and thanks, Wrestler, for helping out tonight because I know you guys were busy when I called earlier. I appreciate it.
We were
See you
shopping
guys.
for a car.
Yep.
Yeah. Come down when you get a chance.
Okay.